here, we are now going to make our second pie. And this is going to be your favorite and my favorite, which is buko pie. Our buko pie, we have the ingredients now, and what's important is our crust, okay? First, we have our flour, and we are going to sift our flour, okay? Again, it is to remove the lumps and unwanted things on your flour. That's why it's important to sift our flour. Okay, so we are now going to place our butter. Our butter, if you will see, this is already 1 cup. Okay, this is chilled butter. This is not at room temperature. So, matigas po ito. So, this is 1 whole. This is 1/2. But what we need is only 3/4. So, I will remove 1/4 to have the 3/4. Okay, so you have it here. We are removing the 1/4 to get our 3/4. So there we are. We will now have to slice your butter into cubes. We have already placed our cube butter, which has been chilled, in our flour. Now, we are going to use our shortening. If you don't have this kind of shortening, you can use this, okay? Or you can use what we call porico. You can buy this in the provinces. It is actually colored white. This is our shortening. Again, for my students, if you don't have this, you can have this. Okay, so this is or. Now, we are now placing our shortening in our mixture. There you are. We are also placing our salt and our cold water. Okay, there you are. Please avoid holding this with your hands because your hands is warm. Okay, you can either use 2 forks to do it, okay, or 2 knives. You just cut it so that this is what you call cutting your dough. Okay, this will make your mixture very flaky. Of course, what is good in our pie is a flaky crust. So we are actually making a flaky crust. Okay, to avoid touching your crust, you can place a gloves. Okay, but see to it that it is your fingers which is touching the dough. Of course, your butter has been chilled. Okay, and you have here a cold water. This is actually the one that makes your crust flaky. Okay, in some recipes they have sugar for their crust, but this one is without sugar for our crust. Okay, so you have it here. This is our cold coconut water. Okay, we are placing it here now. And we have our cornstarch. See to it that your water, coconut water, ito po yung sabaw ng niyog. So, hindi po natin tinapon yung sabaw ng niyog. Actually, hinahalo po na natin. We can mix it if your water is not yet warm. This is cold water with your cornstarch. Okay. We will put this on now and mix it. We can already place our other ingredients. I am now placing my sliced coconut. Okay, this is a young coconut. I am now placing it here in our mixture. Okay, I will also place now my cream in the sugar. This is our Nestle cream. So we are going to cook this until our coconut is going to be soft and tender. This is our dough now. Okay, so if you can see our dough, this is the mixture of our crispy pie crust. Okay, so I will just get a part of our dough. I am now flattening my dough into my pan. Okay, if you have already covered this, I am going to pre-bake, which means when we say pre-bake, I am going to bake this for 5 minutes in my oven, okay, which is the lower crust of my pie, and then get it and place the filling later. I am now preheating or pre-baking. I preheated already my oven. Okay, that's 180 degrees Celsius. Again, for those who have this kind of oven, there are some ovens which is being heated below. Okay, you have to wait until the temperature will rise up. Okay, some ovens there is fire on top, there are some ovens which has fire down, but there's some ovens like this one which is electricity, the heat is going around. Okay, again, it is up and down heated, and we have here at least 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes pre-bake. Your pie has already popped up. Okay, that's what I mentioned earlier. You can place rice or beans so that it's not going to pop up, it's going to be flat. Okay, so we can now remove this pre-baked crust of our buko pie. Place plastic on top of your dough and use a rolling pin to flatten your dough. Okay, so you simply have to flatten the dough, which is going to be used for the upper part of your crust. Okay, so for those who do not have buko pie at home, actually you can have apple pie, chicken pie, mango pie, pineapple pie. You can also have fruit pie. Okay, depending again on what is available in your locality, but the crust will all be the same, procedure will be the same, the only difference will be the filling. So this is going to be your buko pie, but it's just simply basic. This is going to be for your exam. Now again, you can have different fillings. You can actually have fruit pie, egg pie, apple pie. You can have chicken pie. Okay, or if you wish to have a savory pie, you can have also meat, pork, okay, inside your pie. Okay, I am now placing the filling of our buko pie. So here we are. This has been cooked earlier. Okay, what did I use here? Actually, I used the coconut water, cornstarch, sugar. I also placed the young coconut and then cooked it. Okay, so again, remember to cook first your filling before placing it in your pie. If you're going to use, let's say, fruit pie, you will have to cook again your ingredients first. If you will also make apple pie, you have again to cook first your ingredients. If they're already cooked properly, then you can already place this in your pie crust. So this is going to be our coconut buko pie. Okay, for those who are going to make egg pie, you don't have to place a cover on top. But for your buko pie, egg pie, chicken pie, you are supposed to place a cover on top. Okay, so this was again earlier flattened. I place a plastic on top, and I will just place this on top of my pie to be, it will be easier for us, okay, to remove our top of our pie. Is now our buko pie. I have already placed the top of our buko crust. Okay, so you can now use your hands for the sides. Just remove the unwanted crust. Okay, there you are. And I'm going to place now here the egg wash. I have now my eggs and the milk. You can use a brush, or either you can just simply just place it on top. What does the egg wash do to our pie? It will make it glossy and brown and looks really good and crispy when this is going to be baked. After placing your egg wash, you will now have to prick a little of your crust, and then we can now bake this in the oven for our buko pie. We are now placing our buko pie to be baked at least 40 minutes. Again, this is our buko pie. This is now our buko pie, and you can see it is golden brown top and it is delicious. Now we are slicing our buko pie. It's still a little bit hot, okay, but we will evaluate if your buko pie, for those who are going to have the return demo, you will now have a tasting rubric. Okay, so you are going to evaluate the taste. A relative or a friend is going to taste this and say to it that they will really rate it if it is good or not. Okay.